a story that is coming in from an authentic publication or media source, and then you have 1 minute to share that particular story with us. Do not use this platform to campaign. Do not use this platform to attack other callers. Always remember to be sober-minded when you call us. So I'll share a few stories with you before I give you a chance to come through on this platform. So my first story for the day, former PF Secretary General Davis Mwila says PF officials know that they will be arrested after burying the late former President Edgar Lungu. On Wednesday, Chief Government spokesperson Cornelius Mwitwa said the UPND government would confront PF on a roundtable discussion after Lungu had been put to rest. So Mwila says, we expected this. We are aware that once we bury the former president or 60th Republican president, most PF officials, they are anticipating arrests. I don't know what you think about that story. You will be given a chance to talk to us about it. And then in the same vein, PF acting president Given Lubinda has lamented that people borrowed money and sold properties to attend Edgar Lungu's funeral, which never happened. I don't know what you think about that story. So you can come through on +260 212 617140. Let's chat on some of the stories that you have for us. +260 212 617140. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Are through to press review.
This is the voice of the voice, Mr. Sibuba, for you within Dora.
Yes, Mr. Sibuba, you have a minute to talk to us.
Thank you. Kanisa kama nikatano kumfuati yo hapa baadhi ya former head of state wakati ikata. Nishibaline mirandu kwena iteta juwe menga ni. Ifota tulefwaya ukana kwato mutende mkatika charo. Then silapanga pene mirandu kwa bati kwakwate political sympathy ukufuma kubantu awe. I just want to urge my politician, please try to build unity, sanity, mkatika chalo. We stay away from those things. Then last in the Pogranda of which Kurban to honor Chunkopa News, what Adi Payapano Mabakano, Atumandua, much spending and Dalamakubakash. I think that we pay can change something, then to negotiate, dialogue, and to sort out my issues. Whom was very important to watch Orupuan, Ava, Nangaba, and I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very much. +260 212 617140. That's the number that you can use in case you have something to share with us. Good afternoon. +260 212 617140. Let me get back to the stories. Justice Minister Princess Kasune has wondered why men rape women and blame it on indecent dressing. So I don't know what you think about that particular story. She has wondered why the men who rape women and then use the excuse to say no, she did not dress properly. +260 212 617140. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you.
FM.
Yes, who are we talking to?
Miji, I'm calling from Deke Township here in Dola. Are you getting me loud and clear?
Yes, we can get you loud and clear, Mr. Miji.
Yes, my press review comes from the statement by former PF Secretary General Davis Mwila, who had prophesied that most of them will be arrested after the burial of former President Edgar Lungu. I agree with this statement, and most of them would definitely be able to be made to account for their careless statement, such as Rafael Nakachinda. He is on record of having said that former President Edgar Lungu was poisoned. So the nation is anxiously waiting to hear from Nakachinda to tell us how our former president is actually poisoned. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming through. I have another story here. Foreign Affairs and International Cooperations Minister Mulambo Haimbe says government still wishes to re-engage with the family of the late former President Edgar Lungu to find a middle ground in order to accord him a befitting send-off. Speaking when he featured on SABC, Haimbe said the court process allowed the two parties to re-engage outside court. So, okay, and then that's another good story that you can comment on. Plus 260-21261-7140. That's the number that will give you access to today's edition of a press review. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Valamik, Mabomba Shani.
Nabomba Febino, Gabena Babomba Shan, Delanda
Mabomba Febino, Vakamforti.
Okay, go ahead.
Bombo, one as Vana Band. Valamik, in our center, Posene, in a chum for much very go culture. When a Sivia, Stare Pava, Natio, Pantava, by Wasanga for Muntuale, and Taque Buino, at Yo, Fian Sofia, Mataqua, referring for our ushaba bonsa ababenda ndama bear back in aba for ani shinga wamona fa bear back ni chiwoni chance of yaima if you chance of rich take so feel for ka vitenden aye ne sama destroy for sama repo ni chichaba chani awo muleka ka komwandi ni kuli fimo ne fya kunwanwa muleke na totera bala make tribons.
Thank you very much for coming through. Plus 260-21261-7140. That's the number that will give you access to today's edition of a press review. I have a story here where the Lusaka High Court yesterday denied the Chinese Chamber of Commerce leave to amend the documents, opting instead to proceed with a hearing their injunction application aimed at restraining news diggers from airing its investigative documentary on Chinese investments. High Court Judge Edita Mwikisa has reserved her ruling on the injunction application to July 18 after news diggers urged the court to discharge the injunction, urging that the public deserves to know which Chinese investments are good or bad. Okay, so that's another interesting story there. Plus 260-212-617140. Hello,
Baku chipata mwasebenza bwanji.
Tasebenza bwino kaya iwo.
Ndife wino mwina ngumbo Oscar ili arubatisho sense. Ndefo afyo kutasha abantu kukwali ama election yuko na chumfa kuyangeni radio kwebati ama election yali kurwapura cancel ali paso kwa bule chimfurunganye chiri chonse then payangeni radio waberengo kwebati ne iya ali kuba nesukuru mezi kwamene muchoka naye nana ipita fe bwino kwa bula violence if ever chifire chaba efira turera ndatu mutende wali wama noti nokulala yo kuti kwabuke nkondo awe nkondo nicho yakumfira patali so twatotera buli bonse mwe babulire mu olubali mutendere chibote fire twalirira kupusana fe mukutontonganya lero tachire paroko bati tutintane awe mukulekereshani twachimona na ene ili na pa Prime TV uko bachira chita debate pali BU7 if ever chifire chabe vipire bafunya mwe visuma twana fiene efe chifire chabe lero takuli na bapashire na barongana fe bwino. Thank you bombeni bwino bansumbiro muno atama kabe yapya resa tpaliye pam.
Info fine mkwai. Thank you very much. Plus 260-212-617140. That's the number, but I have another story here that is of interest. President Hakainde Hichilema's political advisor, Levi Ngoma, says as far as 2026 is concerned, the UPND government is safe. In an interview on Thursday, Ngoma said delivery of service under the UPND administration was an everyday thing, adding that the opposition would have a tough time next year. Okay, I don't know what you think about that. You can come through plus 260-212-617140. Alternatively, you can send a conventional or WhatsApp message on 079-122-851. Hello, you're through to Press Review.
Yes, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon, thank you. Who are we talking to?
We were talking to Malenga Chale Chirolo from Chingora.
Okay, go ahead.
Nara kwa muna po press review andi yotu watu mfare road chero kwa iwe radio station. Mwana kwa bati ba president bati direct ba justice minister bankashandira princess Kasune monokwe bati bill number 7 ibe postponed ukana mu parliament no ku parents takubantu for consultation pakati kwebantu pitemo. You know what I would love no kuchita hedge na ifwe ma radio callers. Even as when we are debating this particular matter in the different media platforms, let's ensure that we understand what we are talking about and what is contained in that particular bill. Failure to which utali kapepantu intunguru shiyandina ikana iyo support tamuchipani tapala ko twalange chalo ilo twaleta likakuli bill 10 previously we were bringing it into thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming through. Let's go to another interesting story, this time in the world of sports. After captaining the Copper Queens to the historic bronze medal at the 2022 CAF Total Energies Women Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, Zambia's midfield genius Grace Chanda says she is back with more hunger and desire to help the team win the trophy. So Zambia will kick off their campaign next Saturday on July 5, 2025 at 21 hours when they face Morocco. They're actually in Group A alongside Morocco, DR Congo and Senegal. So let's pick your call. +26021261740. Good afternoon.
One Zambia.
One nation.
One nation.
Wino mwabomba sha name.
Kebisira twamba friendly city kwa mtara wa ndinde kosa kwe. Ama Zambia ni safina kuwana mkwa ino kwendera Japan. Kutante kweshi. Yawoveni. Natinda kwa fila chipamdana tu hapo ine pa sane fwe mkufwa. Ili mwaure mwaranda rombania kwe bati ili ashiri anangani. Ya kwa lata Davis mwya kwa bati ngaba chapo chiro ba mayimpiba mo mamembo PF bakabe kataba mo bamo kwena fishinga nabene nabayishiba enimbe shwa bali 7 tetimbalu mbule fyapa so mulole fechiro kachapa mukadi atikaenda mushofa mwareranda so turifa mukalondore because kuti mwalete mareke chalo chaba pa muliro so mukalondore so mwareranda namwisha mweveni andira tsakuru mezi kwena congratulation ku bantu bakulya pakusunga umutende nokuvota bwino sana yamkwa nokuvotera chipani cha UPND kuya neeronga yali shivkweliashi. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for coming through. +26021261740. That's the number. I have another interesting story here. Our cabinet has approved in principle the introduction of a bill to repeal and replace several outdated laws governing betting, governing the betting, lottery and gaming board of Zambia. So that's a very interesting story there, considering that most people are betting these days. +26021261740. Good afternoon. Wino na bomba fe wino ngabe na babomba shan.
Wino kani paforek. Ana kama forek ne pali ine mwaberengana mkwati abantu bare kongore ndaramo kuya kusubiro irangire bananya barubinda
mkwai
bari se bwino kuti bakongora mwacha we muntunga walite muikwero walishibikwa ama VVIP temura ma legendary kama mkwati bari itakura boku butupira kwati yao ndio yantambe kuraba no kufwa MP ananguta ukwete kara moneka so aba kongwere MP okuya gukiriro bali batemene sana ba president bafirete kwe batipaliro batesa bweshanga babwesha ngabashite bakesa bwesha tabali na problem rero barevi ngoma baba advisor baba president ife balanda irife bwino romba tabalingire batangisha 2026 bali safe out alingire balanda pati bishe tulishanya apa tuleteka shanya abantu na mtirishani batitabu ino bwino advisor ba president noti babutukire kuya kumkanshi bati right now apata filibu ino bale rufya wakateka bale landa fe kunturufya kwebati na abantu bayo mkwajawe fo balanda yapata filibu no balati so.
Thank you very much for coming through. Let me get to one more story here. The National Assembly has adopted a motion moved by Solwezi East UPND MP Alex Katakwe, urging government to develop a policy and legal framework to regulate the use of artificial intelligence. The motion was seconded by Kanyama UPND Member of Parliament Monty Chinkudi. So this one is also another interesting story. Let's get your calls. +260 212 617140. I'll soon get to your messages. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Veronica.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, nakasenda kwenye ilia shimwa chiberenga balameki ilia kutati so bale twikatira abana abanono mulandu wa kufolata bali kwala bwino ilyo lyashiri abufi tulompa tuwa 3 years bayikata no tunyo tuwa 2 months nomba finshi kafuere kati ofo omuntu ala akekatira lyashiri abufi alabale bakakafi amaeza engi pantu ba emiti kula empanga nombe empanga nga batema ula nibala bakateka kuntanshi akula bakaka amaeza engi tulibonse balameki.
Thank you very much for coming through. Let me get some messages out of the way now. Good afternoon. My press review goes to what I heard from Lubinda, that after the funeral, some of them will be arrested. It was actually not Lubinda, but the former GS, who is Davis Mwila, who said this. It is true because their statements brought confusion between the family and the government. This is coming in from Cholwe Sianankala. Okay, thank you very much for that particular message. Let's quickly get to this one. This one is too long for press review, and obviously even the way it starts, it's not radio friendly, so I'll skip it. And this one is coming in from somebody who's calling himself a concerned citizen. Please, by concerned citizen, every time you write a message, make sure it's radio friendly, because at this time even our children are listening. So let's quickly get to this one. This one says, my press review is what I heard on Sun FM concerning the claim to arresting PF officials. Why has attention moved from arresting the Lungu family members to the PF instead of arresting the economy? This question is coming in from Mambwe, who's writing from Konkola. Let's get to this other message before we get back to your calls. Good afternoon, servant of the truth. My press review is on what I heard on ZNBC Radio 2 afternoon news. UPND has won Lumezi. It was well known. It was the only party campaigning while other parties were mourning the late president. Finally, Sun FM today, Davis Mwila saying a lot of PF members will be arrested after burial. Why should they be arrested? That will be victimization. This is coming in from Moses Chansa from Chilirabombwe. Thank you very much, Moses, for that message. This one says, my press review is from Sun FM, where I heard that President Lungu's body may be buried in August. This is very unfortunate. All this would have been avoided if we didn't have the heart of urgency. And then he says, people should have mercy. Okay, thank you very much. But unfortunately, there's no name here. Okay, let's get back to your calls. +260 212 617140. Hello?
Hello,
kindly reduce the volume on your
okay,
nabomba fe bwino nderanda na wanani
na press review ni mwabele ngapoya ba isi kwena ichacha cha Zambia ichacha kuba bachirifa Kenneth.
Okay.
Emkwa love wana nazo kuibesha no se futhi chimbyo chingala ndaba president entungurusho tukwete mu chacha cha Zambia. Tungata konsa ukuvura nebumba ly'amacheches bonse fe twayikala pamo noti ife tulera ndapo abalandefi n'abalandefi kwachi turerwishikere n'okushupika kuri ba president n'abali abasha bafuire so kintu kubika ekintu kinga kimopamo twabula bodo iri afyashi twayota panga pa ni Zambia twabashika natwata abachungurike cyaro ngamasoja abe sufye abenza goya batenda ya bodo ba byara kunshinshi So also tulezi kwapo for abantu tukatwa kwata umutende na peace nokushika washo chiwetu umutende nochawo chezijalo ichazamba chaka kuruka notu yarande so ete muone wa the product.
Thank you very much. I have a conventional message here which comes from Chifwaila Mumba in Indola, which says, my press review is on what has been reported by various media houses that former head of state Edgar Chagwa Lungu is dead. As a concerned citizen, I'm wondering whether he is really dead or not. I'm prompted to ask because of the secrecy surrounding his body. Oh, okay. That comes from him, and that's what he thinks. Let's get to another message here, which says, good afternoon, Sun FM. My press review is coming from a sports page where Power Dynamos want to sign some experienced players to boost their squad in the forthcoming CAF Champions League and the local league. I support that decision. Our Yero, this time around, we want you to reach the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. And then this one is coming in from Happy, somebody who's calling themselves Happy. Let's get your calls. +260-212-617140. Good afternoon.
Hello, Aramet Mwombe.
Wino na bomba fe wino ngai mweni mwe banani.
Mulera ndana mbuya wene mwana mwe.
Okay, mule tumina kuisalu badi.
Mukaliba tu kabuti.
Okay, go ahead.
Warameki. Kowe fwe bantu ni fwe barengati ne fundelire kosa because bambi tufwa atu batumpwe parejo. Twambe no kupingula ati ama members ba PF nga twashika abengi bakeka twashuwa. Tuzedi tulolere fi abene bakateka li bakabomfi oluse pando chemba chala ndati ule losha tabamucheba kanwa bali abana ni kale pakati barandati ba president bali batita poison chali bakalipa feteko bachirimbi bale losha bali so that feto apoza ko sana amano nomba fo ne fo bantu ndile tulanjiramu. That's why ba president bali trawo ne lifundire ya cyber muna ndumira ndile parejo tatulanda win.
Thank you very much for coming through. This one says, hi Radio Sun FM. My press review comes from yesterday's Radio Chimwemwe News. Kadola nakabwela, but prices of essential commodities background remain the same. And he asks the question, why? This is coming in from Linus Chungu from Mpongwe town. Okay, thank you very much for that message. We get to this last message via conventional messages. Okay, this one is for the community watch. Okay, so we will not read that one because it is meant for another platform. Let's continue picking your calls. I have less than 7 minutes before we come to the close, so quickest fingers will get you through. +260-212-617140. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lami.
Good afternoon, thank you. Who are we talking to?
Darlington from Rwanda.
Okay, Darlington, go ahead with your press review.
Yeah, ina mwaberenga podcast sport iba Christian ndabarera ndatiyo twalagombesha AFCON ya next week. I think for me, ila ine spirit mbwene mu kampu, lwe mukati yafu bakashana ko awe mukafukapata kile faka chakwe please basazi. Not ifeka chitike ku Olympics, small Olympics. Most of the mama had that because required to work in the ground that you are mad diakula yachitashani so before the mama had the swadi kusakasungu treme support bakashana all the best. Darlington work well.
Thank you very much, Darlington. +260-212-617140. Good afternoon. +260-212-617140. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, Barame.
Kindly reduce your volume on your stereo.
Yeah, twabwisha ko Mr. Bag wafutara kai mwana no pistora.
Okay, go ahead.
Emkwae. Twarasenda po yine twamfuati kurumezi ba UPND basenda. Echirefu aikwecho. Kaina tumona ni campaign ne yakare ne ya inoishta. Nafiwe fya pusanako. Inoishto campaign ni peace. Fionsi abantu barenda free. Tufure mene vocha poli refu monopoli le indira. Ifo tuarifu anosi wagola tiwa mapanga kuisa firakale fiapwa. So mwana congratulations. Ero yaba Davis mwila chafta Barrio. bakekatwa n'okuyishibwa n'abayishibwa bene kuti baramnati bari babikira poison nomba nani wabikiremo poison muri ifo turefo okuyishibesha because abenge n'abasende ekiriro.
Okay, we lost you. +2602126174140 with less than 5 minutes. Let's see how many callers and messages we can accommodate. So +2602126174140. Good afternoon. Wino mabomba shanai. Kindly speak up. Your line is not very clear.
Mr. Landeni Mundora Mwine.
Mr. Landeni Mundora Mwimi nineko pamupa kuchitumfane wino. Go ahead.
For example, ndipo koramba kupetadi ni yako bati ya bati kure judging abantu tamura mone fefiri ya one Zambia, one our motto. So let's not just try by the home to divide the country. We are all one. You and I, we are one. Our land of kure judging abana what you did wrong, they did this, they did this. Epo chifuiring iro kuwa because pachiriro kora bana katuzimare shima pepware shimikira iyo mwira no bora mukano okora mongope chakoro akakura chireba ini misheni shi harufianya so pachiriro vingiran sefisirandika introrere. That's why that turashikira na bafoma president kuna ndo wake hakuna. Thank you for it.
Yes, and a message via WhatsApp coming in from Elias, which says, good afternoon, mine goes to the government. Sure, government, yes. And then it says, sure, people are mourning. Why did you take the ECL family to court? That's what he asked. Sure, people are mourning and you decide to take them to court. Then he says, Bakamba Infwaila Kalipa, also on the Lumezi elections, Mingala Toyo, and he accuses UPND of stealing. He says, Beba, their friends were mourning and them they were busy campaigning. That is his opinion. This is coming in from Elias. Thank you, Elias, for that message. I have chance to pick one last call so that we go for today. Let's talk to this one. Good afternoon.
Mr. Servant of the Truth, how are you?
I'm very fine, Chanda. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm taking you over Masaka Malandi to be safe. Oh, Baba safe for Malandi. Anyway, to come on, I go to the my brother.
Thank you very much for coming through. This is where we close the phone lines and close all the messages because we have to come to the end of this show. I'm glad that you could join us on this edition of the Community Watch. It will be back again next week from Monday through to Friday. So on behalf of the production crew, my name is Lamek Zulu, professionally known as Four Legs, under the hashtag Servant of the Truth, saying God bless you. Continue enjoying our programming on Sun FM radio and TV. For now, I'm out. Bye-bye.